Hey there, how you doing? Ever finish a big meal? Maybe a slice of New York pizza or a pastrami on rye and wonder, where's all that grub going? Think of your body like a city, a bustling metropolis, and your digestive system is the main highway, the FDR drive of your insides. Food gets on this highway like a car entering a busy tunnel. Each exit, each lane, each toll booth has a very specific job to do. We'll meet all the key players, the real workhorses of your body, and understand what they do in plain English. You'll see how that sandwich you ate for lunch gets turned into the energy you need to walk, talk, think. By the end of this little trip, you'll not only know your body better, but you'll also get one super simple, practical tip to keep your internal highway smooth and clear. So, are you ready? Buckle up, because the tour is about to begin. This journey is happening inside you right now. Whether you ate a 5-course meal or just a handful of nuts, it's a non-stop operation, 24/7. Understanding it is like having the owner's manual for your own body. It helps you make better choices and appreciate the amazing work your body does without you even having to think about it. It's a fascinating process, full of twists and turns, and learning about it can be genuinely empowering. This isn't a boring biology lesson. It's the story of you and your food, a daily drama that unfolds inside your own belly. Let's pull back the curtain and see the magic happen. It's a place you know very well, a place you use every single day. It's where the journey of every single meal commences, from the most elaborate feast to the quickest snack. This first station sets the stage for everything that follows. A good start here makes the rest of the trip so much easier for all the other parts of your body. So let's head over to the first stop on our digestive tour, a place we call the mouth. It's more than just a place for talking and smiling, it's the official welcoming committee for your food. Alright, here we are at the entrance to the mouth. Think of it as the loading dock for our food highway. This is where the real work begins. When you take a bite of that apple, your teeth spring into action. They're like the first crew of workers. Your incisors at the front cut the food. Your canines tear it. Your molars grind it down into a soft, mushy pulp. It's not just to swallow. It's to increase surface area for digestion. But the teeth don't work alone. Your tongue is the busy traffic cop pushing food to the grinders. Meanwhile, salivary glands pump out saliva. Saliva isn't just water. It contains amylase, a starch-breaking enzyme. Amylase starts working right away, breaking complex carbs into simpler sugars. Bread, potatoes, chew bread long enough and it tastes a bit sweet. Saliva moistens food, forming a soft, slippery bolus. A lot happens before you swallow. This initial breakdown is crucial. If you rush this step, if you gulp food without chewing, you send a big, unprepared job downstream, like sending a boulder to a pebble crusher. The factory will work harder and be less efficient. Chewing slowly is one of the kindest things for digestion. It's the first, simplest step to better digestion. Now that we've swallowed our little ball of food, the bolus has entered the esophagus. Picture this as a subway tunnel, Upper East Side, Midtown. It's a straight shot down a muscular tube about 10 inches long, connects your throat to your stomach. The food doesn't just fall down because of gravity. You couldn't swallow while lying down or hanging upside down, yet you can. The esophagus has its own system for moving things along. It's a perfectly timed series of muscle contractions that push the food forward. This is called peristalsis. Imagine squeezing a tube of toothpaste from the bottom. That's what the esophagus muscles do. They contract in a wave-like motion, squeezing behind the food, while the muscles ahead relax to open the path. A rhythmic, coordinated dance, one direction only toward the stomach. Solid food takes about 8 seconds to travel. Liquids move even faster. At the end of the tunnel sits a gatekeeper, a ring of muscle, the lower esophageal sphincter, or LES. Think of it as a bouncer at a club. It opens to let food pass into the stomach, then snaps shut tightly. Important, the stomach is a very different environment. It's full of powerful acid. The LES keeps that acid inside the stomach, preventing it from splashing back into the esophagus. If the sphincter doesn't close properly, you get heartburn. That burning is acid irritating the delicate esophageal lining. So this small sphincter plays a mighty role in comfort after meals. Once past the bouncer, Food enters the stomach for heavier processing. The quiet subway ride is over. Welcome to the bustling, churning stomach. Welcome to the stomach. If the mouth was the loading dock, the stomach is a heavy-duty cement mixer. It's a J-shaped muscular bag in the upper part of your abdomen. Simple diagram. J-shaped stomach with arrows showing churning motion. A ball of food arrives from the esophagus. The stomach's powerful walls get to work. The muscles contract and relax. Churning, squeezing, mixing with a potent cocktail of digestive juices. This isn't a gentle stir, it's vigorous. The stomach is basically a biological blender, turning solid chunks into a thick, soupy liquid. The digestive juices in the stomach are seriously powerful. The main ingredient, hydrochloric acid, extremely acidic, strong enough to dissolve metal. Your stomach lining is specially protected. This acid has two big jobs. Job 1, sterilizer. It kills bacteria, viruses, and other germs. Job 2, it helps unravel proteins, like the proteins in meat, eggs, and beans. But the acid doesn't work alone. The stomach also releases powerful enzymes, especially one called pepsin. Pepsin chops unraveled protein chains into smaller pieces. Think of a long necklace being cut into shorter segments. Whole proteins are too large for your body to absorb. Together, the churning muscles, the acid, and the enzymes transform the food into a semi-liquid, acidic paste called chyme. This process can take a few hours, depending on what you ate. A fatty meal will hang out in the stomach longer. A simple carbohydrate passes faster. Once chyme is the right consistency, the stomach doesn't dump it all at once. It acts like a careful gatekeeper. The pyloric sphincter opens just a little at a time. It squirts small, manageable amounts of chyme into the small intestine. This slow, controlled release is key so the small intestine can handle the acidic mix. The stomach has done its part. Time to pass the baton to the real star of digestion. Leaving the stomach, our soupy chyme enters the small intestine. Now, the name small intestine is a bit of a fib. It's not small in length at all, about 20 feet long, the length of a giraffe's neck. It's called small because it's narrow in diameter compared to the large intestine. This long, coiled tube is where digestion and absorption happen. Think of it as a massive, sprawling supermarket. Nutrients are taken from food and put into your body's shopping cart, the bloodstream. Small intestine sections, the duodenum, the jejunum, the ileum. The duodenum is where final breakdown occurs. Acidic chyme arrives from the stomach. The duodenum gets help from the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas. They send juices to neutralize stomach acid. They provide enzymes to break down fats, proteins, carbohydrates. Those become fatty acids, amino acids, simple sugars. Once broken down, the real magic begins in the jejunum and the ileum. The inner surface is covered in millions of villi. Each villus is covered in microvilli. Flattened out, the surface area would cover a tennis court. This is where nutrients are transferred into your body. Villi grab nutrient molecules and pass them through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream. Blood then whisks nutrients to every cell. Muscles get the fuel they need to move. Your brain gets the energy it needs to think. Your cells get the building blocks they need to repair and grow. Digestion's goal: turn a pizza slice into fuel and spare parts for your body's city. So, what's a food you always try to chew really well to help this process along? Let me know in the comments below. While the small intestine is the main stage, there are 3 crucial organs working behind the scenes to make the show a success. These are the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas. They are often called accessory organs because food doesn't pass through them directly, but without their contributions, digestion would grind to a halt. They are the unsung heroes of the digestive journey, the expert support crew that ensures the main team can do its job perfectly. Let's start with the liver, the largest internal organ in your body and a true multitasker. The liver's main digestive role is to produce a substance called bile. Bile is a greenish-yellow liquid that acts like a detergent for fats. You know how oil and water don't mix? Well, the same thing happens in your intestine. Fats from your food clump together in large globules, making it very difficult for enzymes to break them down. Bile steps in and emulsifies these fats, breaking the large globules into tiny little droplets. This dramatically increases the surface area of the fat, allowing the fat-digesting enzymes to work much more efficiently. The liver is constantly producing this bile, ready for when it's needed. Nestled just underneath the liver is a small, pear-shaped organ called the gallbladder. The gallbladder doesn't produce anything itself. Its job is to be a storage tank. It stores and concentrates the bile made by the liver. When you eat a meal that contains fat, the gallbladder gets a signal to contract, squeezing this concentrated bile through a small duct and into the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine. It delivers the bile right when and where it's needed most, ensuring that the fats in your meal are properly prepared for digestion. It's a perfect example of teamwork within the body. Finally, we have the pancreas, a gland located behind the stomach. The pancreas is a digestive powerhouse. It produces a cocktail of potent enzymes that are capable of breaking down all three main types of nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. It sends these enzymes into the duodenum to finish the job that was started in the mouth and stomach. But the pancreas has another vital role. After the small intestine has meticulously absorbed all the valuable nutrients, what's left of our food journey continues into the large intestine. Diagram: large intestine path around coiled small intestine. The remaining material is mostly water, indigestible fiber, the tough parts of vegetables and grains, electrolytes, other waste products. The large intestine, or colon, is shorter and wider than the small intestine, about 5 feet long. Its job: a final processing and recycling plant before waste leaves the body. Think of it as the cleanup crew of the digestive highway. Primary function: absorb water. Liquid waste enters the colon. The colon walls draw water out and return it to the body. This conserves water. Without it, we'd become dehydrated. The colon also absorbs electrolytes: sodium, potassium. As water is removed, liquid waste becomes solid, stool or feces. That transformation can take 12 to 48 hours. The colon houses a massive, bustling community, the gut microbiome. Trillions of microorganisms live there, and they help. They break down some remaining fiber, releasing final bits of energy. They also produce essential vitamins. Vitamin K, B vitamins. A healthy, diverse microbiome supports immunity and mood. The rectum is the final holding area for solidified waste. When full, it signals the brain. Time to visit the bathroom. Elimination completes the digestive journey. The body has extracted, recycled, and prepared the rest for disposal. The whole process is a marvel of biological engineering, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Sometimes the easiest way to remember a process like this is with a simple story. So let's imagine our food is a car going on a long road trip through the Bodyville highway system. The journey starts at the mouth entrance. The car, our food, gets broken down into smaller, more manageable parts by the chewing crew, and gets a good washing with saliva. This makes it ready for the highway. Then, it enters the esophagus tunnel, a one-way express lane where muscle waves push the car along. No stops allowed, straight to the heart of the city. The car then arrives at the stomach mixing plant. Here, it's tumbled around in a powerful acid bath that cleans it of any unwanted stowaways, germs, and starts to disassemble the car's main components, proteins. After a few hours in the plant, the car has been turned into a thick slurry. It's then released, bit by bit, onto the longest road in the entire system, the small intestine superhighway. This is the most important part of the trip. Supply trucks from the liver depot arrive. Supply trucks from the pancreas depot arrive. Supply trucks from the gallbladder depot arrive. Supply trucks arrive with special fluids and tools, bile, enzymes. They finish disassembling the car into its most basic nuts and bolts, nutrients. Along this superhighway, the walls are lined with millions of Villi toll booths. These booths collect all the valuable nuts and bolts and send them directly into the bloodstream delivery network. The bloodstream delivery network rushes them all over Bodyville to build new structures and power the city. By the time the car's frame reaches the end of the superhighway, all the valuable parts have been removed. What's left enters the large intestine recycling center. Here, the last drops of usable liquid, water, are drained from the car's frame. The bacteria workers in the recycling center scavenge for any last usable scraps and help compact what remains. Finally, the compacted, useless frame of the car, now waste, is moved to the rectum holding bay, waiting for the final signal to be sent to the junkyard. This simple story, from entrance ramp to junkyard, helps to visualize the order of events and the specific job that each part of your digestive system performs. It turns a complex biological process into a straightforward and memorable road trip that happens inside you every single day. So, there you have it. We've taken a quick tour down the amazing food highway that is your digestive system. We saw how the journey begins in the mouth. It travels down the esophagus, gets churned in the stomach, and has its nutrients absorbed in the vast small intestine. We met the essential support crew, the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas. And we saw how the large intestine handles the final cleanup. It's a beautifully coordinated system where each part knows its job. It turns the food you eat into the energy and life force that keeps you going. From a simple sandwich to a complex machine that runs your body. Understanding this journey makes it clear why taking care of your digestive system is so important. And the good news is, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need fancy diets or expensive supplements to make a big difference. The single most effective tip, the one thing you can start doing with your very next meal, is simply to slow down and chew your food thoroughly. By taking the time to properly break down food in your mouth, you give your entire system a head start. You make the job easier for your stomach, your intestines, and all the enzymes along the way. It's the simplest form of maintenance for your internal highway. Try this for 1 week. Make a conscious effort to chew each bite at least 20 times. Notice how you feel. Do you feel less bloated? Do you feel full sooner? I'd love to hear about your experience. Let me know in the comments. Your small change could inspire someone else to try it too. This journey of learning is always better when we do it together, as a community. First, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next journey together. Second, comment below with one new habit you're going to try for better digestion. I will read as many as I can. Third, share this video with a friend or family member who you think would find it useful. Finally, if you see a really helpful tip in the comments, pin it, and be sure to reply to this video with your own favorite tip. Thank you for taking this quick tour with me today. Keep your food highway moving well, and I'll see you in the next video.